We have another birthday girl with us.
What?
Yes, we do. Julie Jacobson's joining us. She's the wife of the U.S. Ambassador to Canada. I had to say it. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
I've been admiring the cakes. You had a little
Happy
candle.
birthday,
You had a little candle with your eggs this morning. And it's wonderful to have the opportunity to have you on the show. And it's interesting the dynamic in which it's being done. You're actually helping to bring a film that's made its tour around the world, had its Canadian premiere in Vancouver, and is now going to be here in Ottawa thanks to you. It's called The Price of Sex. Very interesting film. What was it behind the idea for you to be able to bring this to Ottawa?
Well, my friend in Chicago is on the Chicago branch of Human Rights Watch, and she had seen the film and thought it was incredible and it would be great to bring it to Ottawa. So I asked the public affairs section at the embassy if we could screen it. We teamed up with Human Rights Watch and then two Ottawa groups, Equal Voice and the Nobel Women's Initiative, who are also partnering with us. And the best part is that the filmmaker, Mimi Chekharova, is coming to Ottawa on Monday, and she'll be here Tuesday to introduce the film and do a question and answer. The
film is happening. It'll be an afternoon showing at the archives. Is that right? The Library and Archives of Canada. 2 o'clock is the start. So it's a wonderful opportunity for you if you have some time during the day to be able to see this. It's very powerful for you. This was a topic that you were surprised. It's not a lighthearted topic whatsoever.
No, this film, actually, Mimi is from Bulgaria. In 1989, when communism fell, she and her mother emigrated to the U.S., and she did very well. She became a very successful photojournalist. But she went back about 10 years later to try and find some of her friends in Bulgaria and found that her community, like so many communities in Eastern Europe, was empty. Everybody who was able-bodied and who could afford to took opportunities in the West. The men had pretty much disappeared. The only people left in the communities, which were totally impoverished, were women, mostly single mothers, trying to raise their family, and they were promised these jobs in the West. They were tricked into sex slavery, and hundreds of thousands of women now are literally enslaved in human trafficking, sex slavery.
Probably a very difficult thing to go back to, and then to have the ability as a journalist to be able to create this film. So very, very empowering. Has it been interesting in terms of the position that you're in to be able to say, listen, this is something that's important and I'd like to be able to bring it here?
Absolutely. I have a friend who's a professor who said that a lot of her students complained to her, I wish I lived during the time of the civil rights era. I wish I had something to be part of the struggle. And there is a struggle today. This is the human rights issue of our era. It's so important to raise awareness, shine a spotlight on this problem, which is why this movie is incredible. Mimi got to know several of these women over the course of years, and so they're interviewed, and she even went undercover into these sex clubs at great risk to herself.
Wow, no kidding, to be able to do that and to have the camera with her to be able to capture some of that. It's important for you to be able to share it, and so this is open to the public. So how can people get involved or get a chance to see this?
Well, we would love to have people come and see this. It's the whole point of the awareness. 2 o'clock, Library and Archives Building, 395 Wellington, just past Parliament. Next Tuesday, January 10th, 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, and people can RSVP if they have the opportunity to do so at cultural@state.go, I believe.
Stat.gov.
At stat. See, hopefully on the deco board it's the proper spelling right there. And also, if you have the opportunity and you can't RSVP in that afternoon, you say, "Listen, I have some time." You'll allow people to come in at the door.
Yes,
it's a pleasure to see you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And beautiful jewelry, by the way. We need to get your daughter Wynn on with us too. She's heading to New York to do a little bit to get a little bit more of what's happening in the jewelry business too.
Yes.
Lots happening at the Ambassador's house here in Ottawa. We are going to take a short commercial break. Still plenty more to come here on CTV Morning Live.